That's crazy. How wild is it for you to sit here a year later from getting licensed? You're like a few weeks from your year of getting licensed, and be able to say that you submitted over $150,000.
That's crazy to me. It's actually looking back, I remember I just wanted to have my first 10K month, right? As we all do. And then I went to you because I was so excited. I was like, Cody, I hit 15,000. And I was like, as I got to now, I'm like, oh, 15,000 is not nearly as good as it could be.
What's going on, you guys? Dude, I'm so excited for today's interview. Oh my gosh, this cat has been crushing it at selling final expense over the phone. I think he recently had like a $40,000 month. He's worked a ton of Caboom final expense leads. He is now in the Caboom Millionaires freaking Club, which is amazing. You haven't checked it out? You can go to KaboomMillionairesClub.com, and we are rewarding people for succeeding and dominating with Caboom Leads. Please welcome Mr. Jacob Otero. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Cody. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I'm excited, dude. You know what? I've always been impressed with you. I got a chance to meet you. Your mom, Viola, who's incredible, who's been a part of Power Players last couple of years, and you came to one of the retreats with her, and I'm like, dude, I like this guy, man. This is a young, hungry, good-looking, like dudes wants to make money.
Come on
now, right? Come on now. Let's go. I love it.
Yeah,
So how long you been doing this, bro?
It's kind of funny too, because I had gotten licensed a week before 8% last year. So
wow.
I'd gotten licensed, and then I had my first full-time month in August. So just about a year.
I remember that. We were in Napa during your first full-time month. Bro, for the Power Play retreat. That's crazy. Wow.
We were at one of the Power Play retreats, and I remember that you shouted me out on social media. It was like, this cat failed his test twice, but he's going to get it on the third time. And I did. So
see, I guess how many times I failed mine?
3 times.
That's correct. Passed it on the third, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Sick, man. And so we were hanging out, and then you were working Caboom Leads at that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that experience like, coming in, trying to figure this game out, getting access to some leads,
Honestly, like, it was nice because I started on aged leads, and I think it's good to start on aged leads to be able to kind of get a footing and kind of, understand where you're at. But then as I got into it more, I had some money to invest. So obviously I've known you. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take a chance on some Caboom leads. And I think the Caboom leads have been a big help because they've really helped me have a better connection rate and talk to a lot of these clients. And the main thing to be able to get better in this business is by having more conversations, right? Amen. So that's been the big help. And so that's really been like a really good kickstart to my career, was working the Caboom leads.
Dude, I love that, man. And when you were first jumping in, I wish we'd had yesterday. Like we wish we'd had yesterday's leads back then. We have a whole site called yesterdaysleads.com. It's like a whole virtual vending machine. I wish we'd had that back then. We started that in February, but that would have been a cool supplement too, being new, because we do see a lot of teams and newer agents that are like jumping on yesterday's leads just to like get their feet wet because they're on excess Caboom leads, right?
Right.
Why do you think you reach a higher percentage with Caboom versus like other stuff?
I mean, considering that they're SMS verified, I think that's something that a lot of people look for, especially nowadays. Because I mean, just being, I'm over at the Life Insurance Academy bootcamp, so I hear a lot of times with a lot of younger agents, it's like a main problem is like they can't even get a hold of nobody. I mean, that's a problem for majority of agents. And when you have a lead to where it's like a verified number and they're actually going off of a page to, put in a code, I think that's what matters, because then it shows like you're not just calling some random number. You're not constantly having to search up where they're from, or, just running in circles. So when you have that number, it really helps to focus more on just dialing the number and just staying with your consistency.
True. How much have you submitted in total from working with Caboom?
Definitely over 100,000. I would say over 150,000, maybe. Wow. Probably more.
That's
a little bit more.
That's crazy. How wild is it for you to sit here a year later from getting licensed? You're like a few weeks from your year of getting licensed, and be able to say that you submitted over $150,000.
That's crazy to me. It's actually, looking back, I remember I just wanted to have my first 10K month, right? As we all do. And then I went to you because I was so excited. I was like, Cody, I hit 15,000. And I was like, as I got to now, I'm like, oh, 15,000 is not nearly as good as it could be. So I was just, I was happy, man. And even now, like from year to date now, I've already issue paid about 145,000, I believe.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Bro.
And so it just shows like how much, if you stay consistent, if you're staying with the process, I mean, it really can show how much can change in a year.
True. I mean, you're on pace for 250 to 300, really, Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty wild. First full year after really, August, September, October. I mean, be in the business for 5 months, initially, and then first full year. God, that's amazing, bro. That's insane. What's your process? So if an agent's like, okay, Cody, I'm new, I want to try Caboom Leads, I don't know what to do, and my skill sucks, and then I don't want to blame the leads like, a lot of people do. And that's what I like about you is like you didn't. You were like, dude, I just want to win. I just want to talk to people. I'll work. What advice would you give?
I think for a lot of new agents, they get so caught up in like all the theatrics of all the different things that you can get caught up in. But it's so simple what we do. It's just you need to like put in the work and put in the dials. Because most people, like I even talk to, a lot of new agents, and they're like, oh, I'm only putting in 40 dials, 80 dials, 100 dials. It's like, you're not going to go anywhere with that kind of mindset, or like they're only working part-time. But if you're not serious about this, you're not going to get anywhere. So I think the main thing is obviously set a schedule for yourself, like treat it like a 9-to-5 schedule if you must, and stick with that. Have a routine. I mean, that's been the biggest factor. And when you're talking about the leads, I think obviously dialing them and then getting into what was the question? Like you're talking about getting into the leads and what that can look like.
Yeah, just like working them initially, trying to get them on the phone, just like schedule dials, that kind of thing.
Oh, I think for sure. I even talked to an agent today, and he was telling me, he was like, do you triple dial? Like I've only been calling them one time. I'm like, dude, with final expense leads, you have to triple dial.
Amen.
So that's a must. You have to triple dial. And I think a good strategy that everyone should be doing is have a batch of around 25 to 30 leads, call through all of them, and then go all the way back up to the top again and call through them again. Because sometimes, they might be busy, they're at the doctor's office, whatever. But if you do that strategy, typically what I see is a way better pickup rate that way.
So because I've seen that to where I've heard like it's called batch dialing, where you maybe you have 100 leads. Like how many leads were you getting a week when you were working like writing a bunch and selling all that last year?
Probably 75 to 100.
Okay,
closer to 100.
Okay, so let's say at 100, right? So the batch dialing is I'm going to take like you said 25. I'm going to split up into 4 different stacks. I'm going to dial that I'm going to triple dial all the way through that. Then I'm going to start over, triple dial all the way through it again. I've even heard people triple dialing it through the batch the 3rd time.
Yeah.
That's
a big. Go ahead. That's a big help. I mean, that's a big way to be able to get those connections. Because I hear a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's the leads, like you were saying, but realistically, if you're working them the right way, you can't be blaming the lead. Most of the time it's the agent, right?
Fair.
That's kind of having the difficulty with it. So I think by having that strategy, doing the triple dial, and especially in the beginning of the call, you got to remember you're fighting for the first 30 seconds of the call. Don't even think about the rest of the rest of how the conversation goes or whatever the sale is. You're fighting for the first 30 seconds. So how I start is like, I want to make sure that I'm loud. I'm a little bit more authoritative, and I'm going in. I'm like, hi, Miss Betty. Like, I was just giving you a call. I saw you had reached out on wanting to get some life and burial insurance, and you put here that you're over in Virginia. Is that correct? And I don't even give them a second to speak. Like, I'm just going with the flow, and like that's kind of how I started off.
It's good. Yeah, I've seen that. That's a good point, because if you lose them in the first 30, I mean, you never get a chance to keep them on the phone. And the longer you keep on the phone initially, the more likely you are to actually be able to get through a full presentation. When do you, let's just say a lead hits your desk right now, and let's just say you're not on the phone selling somebody, when would you call it?
Immediately. Immediately. I think everybody, speed to lead is a huge aspect to, because I mean, they're already there. Because when you, especially with the Caboom leads, when they fill out that form, you immediately get the Caboom lead into your CRM. And then as soon as you get in your CRM, you know they're on the phone or they're nearby.
True.
So you give them a call or triple dial them, and you have a way better chance of getting a hold of them that way.
So good. So good. Yeah. You've been working with some other agents, helping agents, training agents, like you're doing, more of that now, which is cool to see. You've proven yourself and you're producing at a good clip, and, you keep increasing and keep growing. What's the biggest thing that you see that, new agents struggle with when it comes to investing in leads, working and succeeding at a higher level?
I think a big thing, I struggled with it in the beginning as well, but one was just obviously not investing enough. Like if you're limping in with just 20 leads a week, and I did that too, I'm guilty. It's not, trust me, I'm proof of the pudding. It's not going to work for you. You're maybe going to get one sale out of the whole week. And even then, if you're working a full-time schedule, like 20 leads is not enough. So by investing in more, you have to believe in yourself. Believe that you can actually have these conversations, make that investment in yourself that, hey, this is going to pay off. Whether you get a sale or not, you're learning, especially as a new agent. So invest minimum, you should be investing 50 leads a week, absolute minimum. And when it comes to consistency, I think that might be one of the most crucial things when it comes to this business. Because if you're not consistent and you're dialing one day, you're dialing off, you're not going to build that momentum, and it's just not going to be there for you. By having that consistency, that's probably the main factor as to why I've been having some success, is just because I've shown up every day, whether I've had, some success or not. I showed up with the same attitude, because attitude is one of the main things that you can control. So if you have a positive attitude, showing up every day, no matter what happens, just think about it as you're getting 1% better every day. And think about the future as to what that could look like from a year from now. And that's all I kept running through my head. And I took a page out of your book, actually. I put up a paper on my on my desk, and it was like, my goal is 40K this month. So I just ingrained that into my brain. And not only did I submit over 40K, I managed to issue pay over 40K. So that's what you have to do. You kind of have to be a little crazy and obsessed, right?
Was that last month?
That was in May.
Let's go. That's huge, man. Yeah. Gee. How did that feel? Grinding away, trying to sell, hitting 40K for the first time in under a year.
I think a lot of times, like, I just kind of knew it would happen. Like, I just had that stronger belief that it would happen. Like, if I just kept doing this, like, I knew it was going to happen. And if I kept investing more into myself, I think that was my problem. Was one, I wasn't investing enough. Two, I was Mr. Nice Guy. And that's honestly, most agents fall into that trap of Mr. Nice Guy, right? Oh. And when you're too nice on the phone, you become a friend to the client, and then they'll politely, obviously, tell you, I want to think about it, or they'll give you all kinds of smoke screens and objections. But when I leaned more into my authoritative side, that's when I've started to have a shift in my business for the better. Right.
That's not said enough. You're 1,000% correct. One of our top sales reps in our office is like the most direct person I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like you're able to cut through the noise so much better. And when you're getting ran over and you're fluffing and talking too much and all that stuff, like just doesn't work. I was thinking about some wins, just because this is a fun thing to do. I think every agent should be tracking wins and reviews and like sharing those. And, especially if you're trying to help more clients, track more agents. We had an agent say that he submitted over 100K AP in his first 8 months with Caboom Leads. That was yesterday. But another one, her name is Colin K. I think you may know her. She submitted 6 figures, over 150K in her first 12 months, similar to you. Brandon said, hey, thank you. You guys are a great company, very helpful. I get a hold of most of my leads. Super cool. We had another lady do an annuity that's made over $300,000 last week from annuity leads, which is crazy, by the way. I wish it would happen every day. It doesn't happen every day, but that was cool. What would your review or win be for somebody considering Caboom?
I would say the lead is not going to work itself. Like, you've seen the proof in the pudding. Like, you've seen the success with the Caboom Leads. I mean, there's countless reviews on how amazing they are, but realistically, it's the agent. So like, if you're not going to put in the work, if you're not going to stay consistent, if you're not going to triple dial, then you can't blame the lead. You kind of have to take accountability on yourself and kind of reflect on yourself and realize, what am I doing wrong? Because you see all the success, right?
True.
So you kind of have to take accountability for yourself. And I did that myself too. Don't get me wrong. And that's kind of where you can leave an actual honest review. So I would be honest, and I would say with the Caboom Leads, I've honestly had a great experience. I mean, they're the kickstart to my career, and I've had so much success with them. And I honestly love Cody and what he's done with the Caboom Leads, and even the yesterday leads. Like, I have some of my agents using those if they can't afford fresh leads, right? So I think it's honestly a good way to have those fresh conversations, and especially to build that skill set.
Hey man, let's go. You're amazing. Dude, if they want to keep following your journey and plug in or learn from you or get in touch, what do they do or where do they go?
My Instagram is Jacob Sells Insurance. You can hit me up there. And I'll even shout out my phone number, 505-417-2082. So you can contact me anytime there, and I'd be glad to talk to you.
Boom. Jacob Sells Insurance. Dude, you rock. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for continuing to, succeed. So you're an example. Thank you for supporting Caboom and everything we're doing. I love that, you and your mom are always at 8% in Power Player stuff. It's been great to get to know you guys. I'm very impressed by you. You're a young dude. You're hungry. You want to help people. You want to make money. It shows. You're an incredible example for young men around the world. So thank you for being an amazing example. Thanks for crushing it with Caboom. And thank you for being on the CA YouTube channel.
Thank you, Cody. I appreciate it.
Caboom. Let's go, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out Caboom. You can go to caboomleads.com to learn more. Or if you want to talk to one of our team members, you can go to info.caboomleads.com. We'll put the links below. Go check it out. We literally have hundreds of positive reviews. We actually just crossed over 20,000 orders recently, which is unbelievable. So we're so grateful for the success, so grateful for Jacob and all the people that are crushing it and sharing the message. And we'll hope to see you inside of Caboom making some money. See you next time.